What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 4 of Bearded Bear Reviews podcast. First of all, big thank you to everyone who's been liking, subscribing, commenting on our stuff. It means a lot to us. Your feedback's been great, and we've been really enjoying doing the podcasts as of yet. As you can see, this week we have a special guest, Mr. John from Big Phat Beard Company. Joining us from over in Northern Ireland today. I'm going to hand over to John quickly. John, tell us who you are, what you're about your company. Give us a shout.
How you doing, guys? Thanks for having me on. It's an absolute pleasure. Basically, I'm John. I am the beard behind Big Phat Beard. We actually only officially launched property on the 1st of July, but I'm sure you've probably seen all the social media activity. Couple of big announcements. There actually one there recently tonight, which I just told the guys, is we are going to be featured on our local council. They're looking to do a case study on us in the Newtown area of Northern Ireland. So that's going to be plenty of exposure. We also are sponsoring the Northern Ireland BFIT Awards for gyms and personal trainers, which is actually happening in January. Again, if you don't know, check it out because it will explode over here anyway. Big Phat Beard, as I say, totally new, but it has been an absolute roller coaster of a ride for me personally already, and it's only been officially a year, maybe 6 months in between that behind the scenes, what you guys don't see. But with 4 oils on show, with a black soap and a couple of other products and some merch coming too. But we will be bringing out butters, balms, waxes, and with a couple of other things planned down the line once we get through all our CPSR for butters and balms, all that stuff. But big things to come, guys. So keep an eye out. Don't fucking miss it.
Won't be missing
Good stuff, man. So I was going to say, so obviously, we reviewed your stuff already.
Yeah.
And Sean over here has become a brand ambassador for Big Phat Beard.
I know. Joins the Team Big Phat.
Team Big Phat. Hashtag Team Big Phat.
Hashtag Team Big Phat. That's the one. Can't go without getting
so
that.
So, Sean, what's been going on with your Big Phat Beard stuff? How is it?
Really good, to be fair. I started off with the original black soap, which was really good. What I was quite impressed with as well is obviously when I put the review out, John had obviously picked up on a couple of the little bits.
Yeah.
Changed it, and to be fair, I've not really spoken to you about the new one, but the new one is, you can tell you've improved it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It does hold its shape a lot better.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stick to a bottle as difficult now. My shampoo bottle's not taking as much of a hammering.
Yeah. It's we had to play about with it. It can be a nightmare because it's all raw materials. But trying to get it right, there's a lot of messing about with it. But it is, once you do nail it after a couple of times, man, it is class. It's just a matter of moving the ingredients up and down. Yeah. Do you know the ingredients of the Big Phat Beard black soap? No, probably don't know.
No.
All it is, man, is shea butter, cocoa pods, and some plantain leaves, and then you've got some carrier oils in it. It's just getting the measurements right. If you don't, then you'll just totally fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but yeah, it's been good. I used it again this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I put a quick video together that I put onto my Instagram.
That was quality, man.
Late morning today.
Mm-hmm.
That worked really well. Lathered up a lot quicker. But I think I took on board what you said last time about making sure your beard was like soaking wet. I don't think I'd done it as I don't think I did it right the first time when I did the video.
Mm-hmm.
But the oils as well. Yeah, the oils. Personal favorite is Botanic Nectar.
Yeah,
it's to be fair, I've said this to you, it smells a little bit like a spa, which is a really, really nice. It's got a really nice smell to it. It's just not obviously got the happy ending at the end.
That's where you're
John, you're gonna have to sort that out, mate. But that maybe it was on to the new bit of merchandise Big Phat maybe bringing out.
The flesh
Big
light,
fat
yeah.
beard
leads on
fleshlight.
perfectly.
Yeah, I have one. I have one here.
Oh, cool. I hope it's not fucking you. Nice.
Got
So how many?
Andy's,
How many? Oh, sorry.
no, I was going to say, got
Sorry,
Andy's
yeah.
face on that one again.
How many scents is it you've got? Like, how many scents do you have at the moment?
Officially and all fully passed the tests, 4. So just the 4 that are on the
Cool.
shop and available at the minute. With the package I got for the CPSR, I'm allowed up to 8.
Cool.
I
So
can
you've already paid for those and 4 more products that
Yeah.
when you make them, you can just get them, roll them out straight away. That's brilliant.
Yeah, so they have to be the final scents have to be sent to the chemist within 6 months of the first submission for the first 4.
Cool.
If not, then you pretty much lose it. But then you're paying individually.
Nice.
Well, me and Sean were actually chatting earlier on about a scent, weren't we?
Yes.
They're coming up with some
Yeah,
name. Go ahead.
Yeah. Are you giving me the honor to do it? So I put the idea forward of sandalwood, vanilla, and cherry as an oil, and
Nice.
calling it something like cherry lumber.
Cherry lumber, yeah. Sort of like you're touching on the cherryness of it and then the wood.
Yeah.
But it's the vanilla we're talking about may get lost in there. I'm not too sure, but we'll nail it. We'll nail it, man.
Yeah, the vanilla in comparison with sort of them two is going to be quite soft.
Yeah.
So sort of with that sort of sharpness off the cherry and sort of the earthy tone with the sandalwood. Yeah, it could do. It could. It's going to be one of them ones. It's either going to work and it's going to linger, or it's just not going to be there. Really.
It's there to start with.
Yeah.
I think as long as you can probably smell it once you apply it. If it falls by the wayside a little bit, it's probably not the end of the world. Obviously, if you've got the cherry to last a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think the sandalwood will definitely hang about though. Because all the
Sandalwood, funny one. With sandalwood products that I've used before, that either sticks around for ages or it just kind of gives you a random little waft every now and again. I think is it Viking Revolution have got just a pure sandalwood one, but it's really, really, really faint. There's not much scent to it. But I've got another sandalwood one that I've used, and it's like really, really potent. I mean, it depends on how much of the essential oil you put in.
Yeah.
But then also, I was using a sandalwood soap recently, which I'll get onto in a bit, and that smells really, really strong. And when you use a soap, it's quite hard because soap always smells of soap, and that smell of soap always kind of overpowers stuff. So it's really hard to get a soap smell that kind of really gives it a kick.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one was good. But yeah, sandalwood is one of those ones that's either super strong or you don't really get much of it at all.
Yeah, it's it depends how you blend them too. I was talking to Sean again earlier, just about the different notes. Whenever you're making oils and stuff, it's not just a matter of whacking a few essential oils together. You know, there's base notes, middle notes, and top notes, which I'm sure you guys are probably aware of. Where your base note is going to be your stronger, longer lasting one. Your middle note joins the two together, and your top note is the one that whenever you first open the bottle, is the one that you normally get. You know, when you open that first initial sharp, and then you go, "Wow!" It's getting that fine balance of getting them where they combine together nicely, and then they last through the day. It is hard, like it's not, but fuck yeah.
No pressure.
Stuff.
So I was going to say to you, so for us as reviewers, we try to be sort of like impartial, so to speak. But obviously we all have our own sort of favourites. So Andy has Odin, which is sort of his. I really like Barnet Fair, and obviously for you, Sean, you've jumped onto the Big Fat Beard bandwagon, as I want to call it. What was it which attracted that for you? I mean, why did you all of a sudden go, oh, do you know what, this is something which I want to jump on more? So what was it?
I think, to be fair, there's obviously a hype around what John's doing at the moment, which is obviously a good sign to start with, considering how little time you've been going. And to be fair, I think I bounced quite well off John now as well. He's just been really easy to chat to, and was really encouraging to start with when I first got the soap, and messaged him asking told him what had happened the first time I'd used it, and that it didn't go how I thought it would have done and stuff, and just got a little bit of advice off him. And since then, I think we just chatted on quite a regular basis, and it's been really good, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I think when you can get behind the person that's behind the company, I think that makes life a lot easier.
I mean, that's something which we've always said, hasn't it? It's been that, for all of us, it's always been that personal touch, which has always attracted us to sort of certain companies, and the way sort of things, little hand notes sort of putting in boxes and stuff like that, has always been really nice. But I mean, if you spoke to him, as you said, if you made a mistake when first applying the product, to get that feedback, and I suppose that's the way forward, isn't it? It's customer service at its best.
And like they always say, people buy from people, and I think that's just the big thing about it, and something that certainly over the last 6 months at least that I've paid more attention to. Obviously, given everything that's going on as well, that buying from local businesses and independent companies makes a bigger difference than to buying from a chain.
Yeah, I think whenever your customers sort of engage with you, I would sort of pride myself on being very interactive with my customers. Like if I was to open my mailbox now, I've been chatting away to stacks of the guys, and they've all been 100%, you know what I mean? And then you even get feedback from them saying that they've never had such interaction with a brand before, you know, and that's what sets us apart a wee bit, where it's personal, because this is my passion, you know, and then if they have a problem or they need advice or they are asking a question about the products, I'm there 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That it doesn't matter, you know what I mean?
That's one of the things that, I mean, like me personally, but us as a collective, I've noticed about you, mate. Of all the big companies we've been reviewing, you are by far the one that kind of interacts with the most, like chats to us the most, which is probably the reason why we've got you on here as the first actual, you know, guest or from the big company. But I think all three of us can vouch for that statement. I mean, when it comes to a small craft company, the reason I buy from a small craft company is that I want that kind of personal, guest interaction. I'm talking about my job now, but customer interaction, where I'm getting inside knowledge about the product, I'm getting advice, and that personal touch. You are like straight onto every message. You're so responsive, and I think what makes it the best is it's not like talking to a bot on a company you'd get on some of these big companies where you don't really get a personal touch. It's you talking to the customer, and you've got banter with it. You have a bit of it. You talk shit with everyone. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, and that's what we're looking for. That's what customers are looking for in a product, in any craft product.
100%, man. As you say, it's the personal touches and engaging with people. Some guys just like to know who it is and who's the face behind it before they'll buy. You know, before I done this, I've 12, 13 years sales, customer service experience, you know what I mean? So people buy from people, as you say. It's not, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to interact with guys. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the easiest thing in the world, isn't it? Just that personal interaction, have a chat with someone. I mean, it's hard to give people like detailed information. It's hard to give people, all this other information. But the easiest thing is to start a conversation, have a laugh, have a chat. But it's the most valuable thing, I think. It's the most valuable thing that any company can do.
Yeah.
What I really like as well is once you've bought one of your products, you get to be part of the Facebook page as well, which is it's a dedicated area. So for people who you want to send in the pictures of sort of using the product, or if you're not sure how to use the product, you're then getting to talk to people who are using the same brand and the same product. And still to yourself. And for me, once again, that's another, like, I don't know another brand who has done this yet. It's a first, and I really like that as well. I mean, it's a great honour that we're sort of part of it as well. To sort of just participate, just to be able to look and see what's going on. It's really good.
Yeah, what I found was the benefits from it. So if you're new to growing a beard and you have short stubble and you're on the initial growth stage, and you buy like the black soap, for example, and you're kind of asking advice in the private Facebook group, you got the likes of you guys, no Look at your beard. You can fix for sale. You've just been growing it for a while. There's other guys in there who are more experienced with their beard growth and stuff. All they have to do is whack up a question, and everyone interacts. Like if you put stuff up,
it's a community, isn't it? A community.
Yeah, it's a community. I mean, that's exactly what it's called, Big Fat Beard Community. And it is there to serve a purpose, although it is sort of slow at the minute because we're only new on it and stuff. But as we grow, it'll grow, and the following will grow, so it will become really beneficial for newbies and stuff as well.
Yeah. I think I got a comment there from Rusty Reviews. We had Rusty Reviews on the podcast last week, and we've got a little chat about you guys. Every interaction I've had with you has been so easy, free-flowing, top bloke, hashtag Team Big Fat Beard.
Team
Love
Big
it.
Fat.
Hey, Rusty.
Team Big Fat.
Team Big Fat. Oh, yeah, sorry. No beard, just fat.
Just fat, that's it. Just stops at fat.
Big Fat, yeah.
I think
so many beards. Very true. Very, very many beards.
I think like Ross put up a comment as well. I think if you find it again, that it was banter is a big thing as well.
Yeah.
I think when you can have banter with somebody and when you can have banter with somebody and have a bit of a laugh, and it's one of those, it's kind of that sort of thing, and take the piss out of people a little bit and get it back in return. I think it just sets a bar to. I mean, we do it all the time.
It's a human touch to it.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
like in this day and age, every fucking time I get on the phone or I have an issue with like a product or a software, you're going to be talking to like a bot. And it's you ask a question, it comes back with this big list of things. You're like, that's not answering my question. Visit our FAQ section. We're out of office right now. Please return back with a question between 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Fuck off. That's shit. I don't want that. But with like Big Fat Beard and John, it's like you can message him at like 4 a.m. on a Saturday. You might be a bit pissed and you might get a bit of a funny answer, but he's going to reply and you're going to get your information straight there, which is, for me, invaluable.
Funny voice.
I think I've messaged John at sort of 12 o'clock at night. We've had plenty of conversations at sort of gone midnight, just talking about bits and pieces in general, and that's what I mean. It's that, as you said, it's that personal touch, which you're not always going to get a reply. And sort of everyone who's watching here and watches it, you got to understand, you're not going to get a reply straight away. Not always. We're not going to put that on John, but he does reply most of the time and pretty promptly. You know what? You're going to get messages now. People just going to be plugging you at God knows what time to see what time they can get you.
They're going to be testing me now, aren't they? For fuck's sake. Hang on, look at this shit. I just forward all messages on the Trinity Beard so he can look after it.
No, right. That's how it works.
I'm not taking on that role. I'm leaving that one to you.
Big Fat Beard Ambassador / reply bitch.
Personal assistant. I think that pays that, doesn't it? It's a salaried job.
Oh,
there's a message from Gary Hamilton saying the Irish charm shines through. How could you not love our Johnny boy?
Well, you know. Who doesn't love us?
The love is there.
Doesn't want to blow his own trumpet too much.
Chubby Statham.
Chubby Statham.
Oh, Statham.
Yeah.
Statham. Oh, yeah.
I think he's either decided or somebody else has put it on him that he looks like Jason Statham. Which I kind of. He's Yeard on Instagram. Yes. Let's do a comparison photo at some point.
Andy, pull him up. Year on year.
I'm going to pull this one up.
Y-E-A-D-O-N.
Yeah. Our resident Statham lookalike. Is that what we're going for?
Yes. Yeah. He's in an elite band of one for comparison for lookalikes.
Ross, what's the name?
Yeadon, so Y-E-A-D-O-N, I think it is.
Yeah, just type in the
Yeard, beard with a Y.
Yeah.
I tell you what, John. John, while they're doing that, So obviously you've got products coming out. You've got your balms which are going through their CPSRs and sort of other bits and pieces. Is there anything on the market now from other companies, you don't have to say what it is or who it is, which you're looking at and going, do you know what? That's quite interesting, because I think you said the other week about a jelly, wasn't it? Is it that, or is there another product out in the market now where you're going, do you know what? That's actually quite interesting to look at.
Man, there's actually a couple. I have to throw my hands up. Some of those small craft companies like myself are incredible. You know, one that I see Andy reviewing there quite a lot is Odin's.
Yeah.
Their butter looks absolutely sensational. You know, and it's whipped. You know, that just has an appeal in itself.
He's got a video of him actually making his. I believe I saw a video of him making his butter, and it's like, you know, the big, you know, like mixing cakes things.
Yeah.
It's got big goes round. Does it in there? I mean, I haven't actually. I've used a load of Odin stuff. Super, it's really, really cool stuff. Amazing price point in that. I haven't used the butter yet, and I've actually, to be honest, I've never actually used a beard butter. I've only used palm oil soaps. So I'm actually looking forward to getting that from Darren over at Odin's. But yeah, that stuff I've heard. I mean, just you know, when you hear so much about something, you know it's got to be good. I've just heard so much about that it's. I need to get my hands on it.
Yeah, it does. It looks incredible, and I want to be in that league in terms of butters, you know, and their oils and stuff as well. They seem like they're one of the brands are sort of leading the way in terms. They're getting that much great reviews and feedback from guys, you know. So it is nice.
They've got really good branding. The branding works, especially for, like, you know, the modern day like beards culture where everyone wants to be a fucking Viking. Like, everyone's seen the TV series Viking. That's why the beard struggle is doing great. He's jumped on that, and I think he's kind of done something better than what the beard struggle does. I mean, every one of the brands is like named after a different Viking god or Norse. He just sent me this one, a brand new one, Searcher. Like, it's sold out within 24 hours, and it's just coming back on now. But mate, like you, it's Darren. He's a guy from Yorkshire. He's a one-man band, just like you. Does all the cooking, does all the marketing, does all the Instagram stuff, does everything himself. But it's companies like that. Fucking massive respect, man. A one-man band doing all that. That's impressive.
It is. Like, you think you guys see all the stuff that goes on social media, but see everything that's going on in the background to be able to put that sort of content out. Recently we launched our website on the 1st of July, and I used a guy local here in Belfast, web designer, and big shout out to him because he's been absolutely incredible for building the website. I was torturing him at 3 o'clock in the morning. Andy, I need this changed. Andy, I need this changed. I need that changed. Can you move this? Can you add that? And he's like, yep, absolutely no problem. And see, constantly getting everything in order, making sure all your paperwork's right, not to mention your testing's right, all your finances are right, being read. Oh man, see, trying to run a small business on your own is big shout out to the other guys you're doing it as well. Like, it's a boot up the arse, like that, to be honest.
Are you doing it as a full-time job then, or is that something that you're going to be working towards?
Yeah, definitely working towards, Sean. I work in the motor trade apart from this, and I'm on furlough at the minute. But once this takes off properly, and I'm going to run a big marketing campaign and stuff here to get more coverage, I will be looking to do it full time. You know, I'm not here to fuck about. Like, I want market share too, you know, and to grow the community. And there he is.
Chubby Statham. Hey, there he is. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, you reckon?
Self-proclaimed, admittedly, I think, but yeah.
He's at you. He's at you.
Hey. Oh, that was another one. While we're on the subject of Big Fat Beard, I know you are the face of Big Fat Beard. However, someone on this call looks exactly like your fucking logo, mate.
Do it, Dan.
Look at that for a comparison.
That's cool.
I even got the quiff on it as well.
That's fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I just love the fact that you didn't realise it was a bandana as well.
Yeah, you've got the quiff there. Look at that. There and there. Brilliant.
That's incredible.
The funny thing is, I honestly, I'm like, I didn't realise that your logo, the guy was wearing a bandana. I just thought it was like me. It had these badass fucking forehead wrinkles. But no, it's wearing a bandana.
No, genuinely, right. When I was taking that picture, I was trying to crease up my my forehead because I thought it was wrinkles as well. As I'm standing there like trying to crease them up and then do the smile at the same time. And I was like, fucking hell, this is really hard. And then it's only late when Andy was like, no, it's a bandana. I was like, that explains it.
Yeah, it was such an effort, like absolutely brilliant. All you were missing was the fucking ear stretching yoke. What do you call it?
Yeah. To be fair, my missus actually said that. She went, by the way, if you want to get an ear stretcher to be like that, then go ahead. Because my missus has always said to me, you need to get an ear stretcher and you need to get tattoos. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. But she was adamant. She was like, no, you've got to get the ear stretcher in order to look like it a little bit more.
Double dare you.
Yeah.
That's a day you've got to go through with as well.
I stretched my ears at one point. I only did it to like about half a centimeter. I grew up out in the Middle East. They didn't have any ear piercers out there, so actually I had my ears pierced. I went to my DT lab at school and got some acrylic rods and sharpened them into spikes and stuffed them through.
No,
it was a bit of a bloody mess, but it worked. But then they heal back up. But I wouldn't do that again.
The reason why Andy was stretching his ear was because he's trying to make his ear in the same size of his head. Because Andy struggles recently trying to get the hats on.
Yeah, there's no way your head was that size in that hat. No way.
I'm telling you. Right. This is the hat. Me and Dan have got the same hat.
The same hat. I can vouch for that.
I have to have it on. And even that is pretty damn tight. I've got a fucking monster of a head. I'm a fucking Neanderthal. Actually, I went to the Natural History Museum like 10 years ago. Like my
did you get mistaken for one of the people there?
I'm telling you, they had these evolution of skulls from like an old kind of like chimpanzee to an ape to a caveman to a Neanderthal to a human. And she goes, "Ha, Andy, that looks like you." I was like, "Fuck off!" I looked at it. It was a Neanderthal skull. I was like, "Shit."
Oh my God. That's fucking serious. Like,
surprised you didn't get taken in for testing.
Oh, he's at you again.
I did that DNA test where they tell you like your ancestors where you're from. It was like England, Scotland, like between Ireland, Northern Ireland, but also Norway. But I thought I did a different one. There's one that tells you how much Neanderthal DNA you have in you. I really want to do this and see how much of a fucking
man, you don't need
gorilla.
You're easy 80%. Like, we got you.
I feel like we need to see the results of that test.
Yeah, definitely.
I might have to keep that confidential.
I'm sure you'd be wanting to get that straight out.
Just going to put one out there, guys. So we did a post on Bearded Bear Reviews for, was it Soft Paws? We had the Guinness soap.
Yes.
And I was getting fucking slated for my skill.
Justifiably so as well.
I want to put up an excuse there. The Guinness was about a year out of date. So I want to show to you guys. We're going to have a Guinness pour off right now. I'll jump in first. I just opened mine. And I want to show you that I can actually pour a Guinness.
He's fucked it around.
I was going to say, you fucked that up again.
No. There we go. Look at that. Nice and cloudy. Let that set. The glass is a bit big.
You couldn't say that. Fuck me.
Wait and see.
Did you have
that? Is set.
Did you have Andy? Did you have a delivery service on that?
That's a massive head.
I did. I had a delivery service. The original plan was this.
Where's your there it is.
This was my Guinness so real because I fucked up. I forgot to buy one. A quick delivery service. And look at that, guys. Hold on. Just want to put that there.
Oh, you fucked it.
What's wrong with that? Lovely. Anyway,
you got to be soft.
Now. You've got that's not the draft one, is it? That's the normal one. Oh, is it the cans are probably different over there?
I got a bit of both.
You're showing off now.
I'm going to keep mine up here to show how much better mine is. Sorry, pinky out as you do.
Hold on. No. I've got a complaint.
Oh, John, what the fuck is that?
You're supposed to go halfway, let it settle, then do it.
No, that's when you have an actual draft tap. That's different. These things have what you call a widget. You hear that?
That one.
It's called a widget, and a widget means you can pour it all in once.
You can pour more than once?
No, you can pour it all in once instead of doing it in 2 stages.
Yeah, I totally fucked it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Such high hopes for you as well, John.
All the abuse that you were giving me about my Guinness, and now on live, when the pressure is on, John fucks it.
It's all about letting it set. What do you see? We see.
Okay, all right.
Now, Andy, you have to neck it.
Oh, that's a neck it.
That's not bad. Come on,
we're necking this.
Yeah, we're necking it. Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
Are we doing this for real? Are we necking it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're doing a race.
Cheers.
Right.
Cheers.
So 3.
In what?
2,
All of it?
1.
Oh, that's what necking it means.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate Guinness.
Oh, you guys suck dick.
Fuck's sake, Dan.
Oh, Dan.
Dan, you pussy.
Pussy hole. Pussy hole.
I'm done.
Disgrace to Guinness, lads. What the fuck?
Dan can come to Belfast until he knacks a full pint of Guinness first time. You know, fuck that.
Send him on
I just can't drink it.
Send you on a plane straight back home.
Fuck's sake.
Anyway, I'm busting for it.
That was nice. I enjoyed that.
That was good, yeah.
That was good. That was good. I've actually got another 3 going here, so I'm all good.
Oh.
Anyway,
what the fuck? Down the rest of it then, Dan.
Yeah, Dan, go ahead.
We're not moving on until you do.
Yeah, no pressure.
I feel like I'm back at uni, like, peer pressuring my friends. Down it.
I'm happy to sit here and just wait until you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
awkward silence. There you go. Watch this. He's going to go throw up like a little pussy now.
I'll be back in 5.
Oh, quality. Oh, converted.
Dear.
That was an effort, mate. That was an effort. Yeah.
There you go. I'm done.
So,
that's it. That's it. Yeah. Never happening again.
Can we move on now? Yeah.
So, John, I know you spoke a little bit about yourself and how you got into it. Like, do you want to talk to us maybe about like how you I know you spoke about more detail about how you originally started. What was your inspiration, and just how you're finding it so far from like a business level, from a business sense.
Yeah. So, how I get into it, I was always buying brands. Your usual supermarket stuff, which the supermarket stuff is pants. It's all commercialized. It's all made by machines. And as you say, Andy, if you need to speak to anyone, you're talking to a bot.
Yeah, man.
And I tried a couple of other brands and stuff, but there was no, like, not generically. Everyone says I wanted to make my own because I wanted to break the mold and blah 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 blah. I wanted to do it just for me to be able to do it. I've had my beard for probably pushing 13 years, guys. I don't
think I could even grow a beard 13 years ago.
And I just thought we'll have a crack at it. So I started making my own ones, just in the kitchen of the house. And a couple of guys I work with actually have beers as well. And I was like, here, lads, do you fancy having the trial some of these to see what you think? And I made the botanic nectar, and I actually had a different version of the Mercury Air one, and I gave the lad each, give them to him, and come back to me about a week later. I'm like, John, they were fucking incredible. I was like, no way, you're joking. And they're like, they were class, mate. You've got something there. So then that kind of gave me a wee bit of motivation to pursue it. And then I just thought, you know what, fuck, I'm going to go for it. Let's do it. Build your own brand, build your own community, get your website going, and then start moving into the business side of things. Now, obviously, trying to build a brand, it is hard graft, lads. you can't relax. You can't relax for 10 minutes. You know, you're always on your A game. You're checking your competitors. You're trying to make sure your content is, you know, relevant. Like I aim to post on Instagram at least 3 times a day, religiously.
That's a lot.
Yeah, religiously. And as well, you're trying to get as much interaction as possible. So I have at the minute Facebook, Instagram, and recently just made Twitter as well, which I'm just getting to grips with.
And you subscribe to us.
Twitter's a hard one, man. Twitter's a hard one.
Oh yeah, we're subscribed to you. Oh yeah, don't you worry.
that Twitter is where you get the trolls, the bastards on Twitter.
Yeah,
that's the Twitter.
Yeah.
That's where my customer service experience is going to come in really, really good.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Nah, fucking. But yeah, just trying to stay on top of it and push on. You know, I'm getting the brand out there. I want everyone to feel not just that we're a beard care company, which obviously that's the foundations of it, okay? But whenever you see the Big Phat Beard logo, you know, fuck, them guys are fucking class. You know you're in the community. You know if you need a chat. You know if you want any advice on your beard or products, we're just a PM away, or you can throw it in the group. You know, and I want to expand on that. So the more that grows and grows and grows, there's going to be more interaction. You know what I mean? And then obviously with brand ambassadors like Sean coming on, Lee, Keenan, a couple of other guys, and some of the other guys that are international have been fantastic as well. We're just aiming to keep growing. And the problem with that is I don't want to lose the personal touches behind it that has served me so well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the business side of things, we're going good.
But just staying on the subject of like personal touches and that for a second, I mean, that's a really hard part of the business. I mean, I've run businesses for years. I mean, my background is hospitality industry. I ran nightclubs and bars and restaurants in central London for the last 10 years. It's in companies that size, I have to dedicate one person for social media, and that's not enough. You need to have one person for Instagram, one person for Twitter, one person for like Facebook. It's so hard to stay on top of it, which is why I think we're lucky collectively as Bearded Bear Reviews. We're lucky because there's 3 of us. Yeah. And we're all of us kind of collectively do all that stuff, which is great. But for a company like you, a one-man band, being able to keep on top of all of this, it's fucking hard, man. It's like really, really hard. You've got to, and it's going to get to, I mean, you know, it's going to get to a phase where you're like, shit, I can't keep up, because what you're doing, you've got to do product development, you've got to do branding, you've got to do communication with your customers, you've got to do the actual research and development, you've got to do the product making, the cooking, the purchasing, the stocking, you've got to do your finances, you've got to do your P&L thing, you've got to do your tax, you've got to do the sales, the website, the list goes on and on and on and on. And this is a fucking big job to do.
Just disappear, make it disappear somewhere.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tax. Just in case anybody from the HMRC is watching, he pays his tax.
Yeah. He pays all his tax. He pays my tax as well.
And my tax,
anyway. It's a big job, and it's going to come a time where you're going to have to say, right, I need to delegate certain things. And one of the things I'll say from my experience, the one thing you do not want to delegate is that personal touch from you. Delegate the production, delegate the finance, delegate the accounts, delegate all that stuff, but that one personal touch of you replying to everyone's messages on Instagram, Twitter, if that stays you, I feel that's going to be the road to success for a small company.
Yeah, that's as I say, that's one of the things I pride myself on, is being interactive with the customers. And I actually had a conversation with the missus the other day about it, and a couple of other guys who I know run businesses and stuff and who are successful, you know, and they said it does get to a point where you just can't communicate with everyone. And I was like, that's wrong. You can. You just have your priorities in the wrong place. Yeah. You know, without your business, without your customers, your business will not exist. Simple.
So simple.
And as Richard Branson says from Virgin, look at him. He says, look after your customers and they'll look after you. And that's that you get that back tenfold.
Yeah.
You definitely do.
Like I say, it's people buying from people. I think when you lose that touch, and you no longer be the face of the brand or the person behind the brand as such, and it's delegated to somebody else that doesn't have the same personality or the same banter levels or whatever, and they become more body or robotic, like Andy says. I think then you fall into the bracket of generic companies. And I think, like I said at the moment, what stands out, what makes you stand out from everybody else is the personality side of things, which comes through into certainly into your Instagram. I've obviously seen you on Facebook and stuff, but yeah, predominantly on Instagram. That's what makes you stand out, I think.
Speaking of your Instagram, I like what you do on your Instagram. It's very
clean.
It's very
got a theme to it. I like that.
It's also organized. It's like you can see that you've put thought behind everything because you've got like a structure you use. I was going to put it up here. So you have your kind of post a day, someone is using your stuff, and a cool logo. Product you're talking about, someone using your stuff, cool logo. Product is a t-shirt, someone using your stuff, cool logo. I like the structure of it. The coloring's good. Your branding's fucking awesome. I love the logo. Apart from the poor fact that it looks like some ugly bastard on this podcast. Apart from that, it's really, really good. But no,
when
your Instagram looks really good. It's nice to see order in an Instagram because it kind of shows that the company has structure as well. It's like a kind of that's your shop window, and your shop window looks really fucking good.
Thanks, man. Fuck, take that.
That was actually one thing which, as our brand has begun to grow, it's something which we've been looking into, sort of the structure of sort of the Instagram posts and stuff like that. And we actually use your big fat beard as an example of something which we're trying to look at doing ourselves. We was actually, look, John can do this, the 3 posts and the structure. Because as you said, as you're scrolling down the screen, everything is in line with itself and it looks really, really well done. And for us, I mean, it's hard for us because obviously our posts vary because obviously we do reviews, bios, and then if we come back to a company, we can't do another bio about them because we've already done it. So it's quite hard for us to structure our photos like that. However, it was something which literally we was like, this is what we want to try and look at doing. It just looks so good as you scroll down that screen.
Thanks, man. Means a lot. Like getting the feedback. As you say, it's the aesthetics of it. Someone looks at it and goes, "Whoa, fuck yeah, that looks good." You know, and then you almost know what they expect on a daily basis. So first post in the morning, it's going to be like cool logo. In around lunchtime, it's going to be your product. In around between 7 and 9, then you've got your brand ambassador post or your customer post. You know, and people, you find that people are creatures of habit. You know, you'll find yourself doing the same thing over and over again, and you get into your routine, and that's the way. Our Instagram, that's the aim of it, to have a structure. So every time I post, I know what's coming up. I know what's next. Customers will know what's next. And then for newbies coming on who haven't heard about us and decide, oh, there's a new beer car company, they come on and have a look. And it's aesthetically pleasing to look at.
Yeah.
So you're not all over the place, you know. But yeah, whenever we first started, if you scroll down probably to the start of the Instagram page, it is a wee bit all over the place, you know. Not because we're only starting, we're getting the grip with it, and it's a learning curve as you go on. But you're trying to improve, and then you want it to almost be like a theme of your brand, you know. But
yes,
it did take a bit of thought working out what way to post, the structure of it, but it seems to be working, and we are getting really, really good traction, and all the guys have been absolutely fantastic. I just seen William there had a question up saying I was speaking to him earlier on, just about buying products and stuff, and see even just to interact with them. Perfect. There you go. Yeah, spoke with me today. Totally some of the best stuff. Speaks for itself, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah. That's brilliant, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you see comments like that, it obviously must make it worthwhile for you, knowing that what you're doing is being picked up on, stuff that you're putting in place is being recognised by other people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's obviously doing the trick.
Positive feedback is it makes all the hard work behind the scenes. Whenever you get a positive comment, you go, yeah, that's why I do this. That's why I'm doing
satisfaction. Good.
Yeah, 100%.
It's. I mean, I've obviously I went hospitality, and we get more negative reviews than you do positive. In the hospitality, if someone's going to write something, it's usually because you fucked up.
That's just life in general.
When someone says something good, you've done so good because they've actually taken the effort to go and say something about one of my staff members or something. And I mean, I know what you mean when you say it. Like when you get positive feedback about something that you own and you do, it's better than seeing the amount of sales, the amount of money you've made from sales. Seeing that great review is so much better than actually seeing the amount of sales you've made. That's why we do this. That's what we do. It is brilliant. It's brilliant to see.
I think it's all well and good having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sales. Yes, obviously everyone loves to see sales, but what's more important is the repeat. It's the customer retention.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of guys who initially bought a black soap, and then I've been chatting to them, got feedback from them, saying, "Oh, it's been absolutely incredible," and they've said, "You know what? Fuck it. Give me another couple of oils, give me a brush, give me a comb, your stuff's amazing, the community's amazing," and that just makes it, that's what it's about, getting the customer retention. Someone coming back and coming back and coming back is where it's at. It's
definitely, man. I can see that, man. That's awesome.
That's how it started for me. That's how I got into obviously doing brand ambassador stuff with you.
Yeah.
So we had the conversation about the soap and everything from when we first did the review, and then it's just sort of like naturally progressed onto there, where obviously we are where we are now with it and stuff, and being more proactive in that. And I think that's the thing. I think I can speak for Dan and Andy as well, that when you find a brand that you can get behind, you want to try and push it as much as possible. I mean, we all came from the beard struggle, which was a little bit different, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things. It wasn't quite the same level of personality, and it was more of a blanket theme, and it was just saturated with people and stuff. But obviously doing what we're doing now as uncovered guys like yourself, that we've all individually and collectively built up really good relationships with now.
Yeah.
Yourself and a couple, and certainly, like I say, Dan and Andy's got their own as well that they'll keep coming back to.
Like what I wanna just say to you guys, the stuff that you are doing in terms of supporting startup guys with chemists to go to for their CPSR, incredible. The media group you've linked up with to help other guys with all their branding, social media, merchandise. See those? I haven't seen any other reviewer do that, and that just levels you guys up, in my opinion. And that's why I think these are the go-to in the UK for beer product reviews. Keep doing what you're doing.
Big time, appreciate that.
It's incredible.
It's funny how quick this has gone for us. I think I've said it a few times on the podcast, but it literally started like 2 months ago now. We all joined the Beer Struggle Ambassador program. We all had it. We all started chatting a little bit. We kind of sensed that we were all looking for something different. But it was Dan that contacted me and Sean and said, "Right, do you want to do something more? Do you want to do something bigger than this? Do you want to look into more like UK-based products? Start reviewing together, make a page." And me and Sean just bought into it straight away. Fucking amazing idea. And it's just been a massive snowball effect. Yeah. Like, I find the three of us inspire each other and roll off each other. Like, I'll have an idea in a conversation, before I get the chance to say it, Dan said it or Sean said it, and then it just rolls and rolls and rolls, and it's more than anything, we're all enjoying it. It's good fun.
Yeah,
we have a little bit of banter. We rip the piss out of each other, as I think you know as well. But it's just been an awesome journey. It's only 2 months in, and it's been fucking brilliant. And the best thing about it is we get so many goddamn products to use from all these companies. It's awesome. It's good fun. It's good fun.
Like you guys, obviously say you only started 2 months ago, but you went from like a couple of followers and totally exploded to well over 1,000. Approaching 2K now in 2 months.
We're over. We're past it. Yeah, we're 2K in a bit now, I think, aren't we?
Fuck, I checked it like 3 days ago, and these were like 1,500.
I think, it is. Yeah, it's. To be fair, when when Dan first messaged me, I said yes to it because obviously that's the sort of thing that I was interested in doing. I didn't for 1 second think it would turn into anything like what it is now. Not in the slightest. I thought it was just going to be a little bit of a pastime. We'll buy a couple of products. We'll recommend them to each other, and we might get a few people that jump on the page with us. Not for 1 second thinking that.
But, good question. When was the last time you two bought products?
I bought Rusty.
Drummer's call. Drummer's call.
Sean,
mine was Sugar Beard.
Yeah. Sorry, actually, yeah.
Hey.
The brush.
But I mean, I bought Sugar Beard, and the one thing with Sugar Beard is they don't give away their stuff to reviewers. They don't do that because they and I'll agree with them. They believe that their stuff's so good they don't do it. But I think there's a little bit element they should be giving it away to reviewers because I think their stuff's great and I love it, and it's a brand that I can get behind, which will make me not kind of review it as much because I would like to review it more. But I'm also a tight cunt. The Scottish in me comes up.
I respect that because. They don't do discount codes. They don't do giveaways to reviewers. They have their that is their base. They're like, no, if you want us, you come to us. And to be honest, if you look at their brand, it's a really good brand. It's a lovely, lovely brand, and I respect them for that. I had a mate of mine, and he was messaging me the other day, and actually he might be listening here. He said he's going to be watching today, and he said to me, "Oh, have you got a discount code for Sugar Beard? It looks really, really good." And I went, "No." I said, I can't. I said, "I haven't got anything." He went, "You lot have got discount codes for everyone." I went, "We actually have, apart from them. Yeah. It's probably the one brand who just go." And I explained to him that they do nothing for no one because they believe in their product so much, which is really good.
And I think that has its pros and its cons. I think it has its pros because it shows their confidence. It's great. But I think one of the cons is the fact that they don't shout about that more. I mean, we're doing it right now. Great, we're shouting about it now. But apart from us doing it right now, apart from them DMing me and saying we don't do discount codes because we believe our product's so good that we don't need to, that is something, in my opinion, that they should be shouting about. We don't do discount codes. We are that fucking good. And then their stuff is really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. But I think if that's one of your strengths, you should be shouting about that and saying, "This is who we are. We don't do discount. We don't do discount. This is a new product." Blah 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 blah. But and I am obviously a little bit biased towards them being Scottish, and they do an Iron Brew scent, which I speak about all the time. That I fucking love because I'm not joking. I drink 5 cans of Iron Brew every day, the sugar-free one, because otherwise I'd be fat than I already am. But,
I didn't realise that you liked Iron Brew, Andy. You've never mentioned it before.
No, I've never mentioned that before. Who would have?
Have you ever heard that, Dan? Have you ever heard him mention that before?
He drinks the full fat Iron Brew because what happens? He drinks it and it goes to his fucking head,
which is why he's so big.
Big fat head. Big fat head. No, big fat head coat.
Big fat beanie.
So, guys, just quickly moving on. We need to talk about. Sorry, John. A little bit about about Bearded Bear reviews, about what we've got coming up, what we did last week. So week just gone, this week, we started off with Soft Paws. Can you give us a little chat about that?
Yeah, so I've another Irish company, to be fair. So I've been speaking to Kata on and off over the last month, I think it was, since we first reviewed them. And she sent me more of her oils out as sort of like the full collection that she's doing. And periodically, I'm going to come back and do a sort of an individual review on each one. I started on Bear Hug, obviously, given the fact it was relatable to us. The stuff is really good. Again, I think we've mentioned it in pretty much every podcast now. The packaging that they do is something a little bit different. It's got a little bit of comedy to it. It's got the dog's ass on the bottom of it. It's got the dissolvable filler, the cornstarch filler and stuff. So, for me personally, I said it in the review, it was a little bit of an overpowering smell. It was a bit too strong for me. It had spikenard, juniper berry, myrrh, and fir needle. So it was like a really, really earthy, woody kind of smell to it, and just a bit too strong for me. But people that love the outdoors, they'll lap that up. and again, it's a good quality. That's another brands that you can get behind. We mentioned sort of the soap that she's doing, the Tipsy Toucan, which has got the Guinness in it. It's just little bits, quirky things like that.
That looks incredible.
Yeah. Well, I think if Gary's still listening,
I need to try that stuff.
Yes.
Here we go. Gary talked about it. Here we go.
Yeah, so it's little bits like that. I mean, I think they're bringing out another one. I think I've been tagged in something today that they're doing a lager version. And the good thing with Soft Paws, again, is to be a bit different, but also supporting local businesses.
Yeah.
She, when I was speaking to her, is using a craft brewery from Ireland, and she's using their lager to put into a soap.
Incredible.
To complement the stout one that they've got. It's little bits like that just makes companies like Soft Paws and that stand out a little bit.
It's so different as well.
I think it's something different. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's Gary. If Gary comments on it, I'm sure he'll tell us how good it is. To be fair, but it's just stuff like that just, like I say, just stands out a little bit.
Yeah. I personally
interesting to see where she goes.
I personally haven't seen any other soap that's alcohol based. No. Guinness one, lager. She broke the mold with that. That's really impressive. Big.
She clearly knows what you're doing with soaps. She clearly knows exactly what she's doing with soaps. Yeah. That's like a kind of master at work. A master craftsman at work. Really
I sense the feeling that that's more of her forte. To be fair, when she puts up videos and stuff of her making them and stuff, and I think when you look at it, I think that's the one that's her go-to. I think the soaps is probably more her forte, like I say. And I think the oils were more obviously inspired by her husband.
Yeah.
Because she's increasing the range of soaps that she's doing now. So potentially I think that the soap will probably make its way onto the page at some point.
Yeah. It's a funny one, because in this week we've reviewed two companies that have a similar sort of background. So I did Balbo's Beard Care, and it's a girl called Rianne, and she's had the company called Magpie Hill Soap Company for the last, I think, 8 years now. She did it for 6 years before she started Balbo's Beard Co. And so she started off with soaps, and then she evolved eventually into beard oils and beard balms. And I did my review on her this week, and she went to this French circus, and it was this circus of gymnasts that all had beards. And she had like a moment of like a lightning thought, and like, shit, I need to start making beard products as well because so many guys have beards. And I was reviewing these ones. So you got the beard balm, beard oil, and also the soap. And I've only used before this one other beard soap, and that was Sugar Beard's soap. And I don't actually use, so I use like shower gel on the shower. I hate soap because it makes my skin dry out so much, and I've got like quite dry skin anyway. Oh shit, there he is, Mr. Big Fat Beard himself. Plug in that. So I don't like soap. I hate soap. I prefer to use a shower gel, and I was always a bit kind of dubious about using a soap. But Rianne, as well as Soft Paws, Balbo started with making soaps, and their soaps are fucking brilliant. They're really good. They don't dry it out too much. So I only shampoo or condition my beard once every week or two because it takes. This is one thing I talk about in all my fucking Q&As, all my videos. If you wash it too much, it takes away the natural oils your body produces, and that's what you need, even more than the beard oil. It's the most important part. And if you wash it too much, you want to get rid of the day-to-day crap out of it. You don't want to like clear all the natural stuff. And Balbo's soap doesn't do that. It does. I mean, it does clean it out. It's like giving your beard a deep clean. It's like every week at my old job, you clear the bar, give it a deep clean once a week, and then from there it just kind of builds up. You do it every week. Same with your beard. And they have nailed the soap. But the thing I was most impressed about Balbo is the scents are great. They gave me the orange lang lang and cinnamon balm, and it's like this one. Remember the sweets you used to eat as a kid, the Love Heart sweets.
Oh yeah.
It's called heart candy. They obviously can't call it Love Hearts with trademark rules, but it smells exactly the same as them. But what I was most impressed about them is the smoothness of their oil. The scents are great. The one bad thing I would say is they have alcohol in them. because obviously it will last longer. But even with the alcohol, it's the best feel on my beard I've had in any company. The oil is mainly grapeseed. It's super, super light. It just glides through your beard. And then the actual balm, it just slides out. It's like, I think I put in my review, it's like, you know when you get a Lurpak butter and it's smooth as hell, and I do this, I'm a fat bastard, I stick my finger into butter and just eat it. That's what their balm feels like. It's like so smooth, it just falls apart. And when you put it on your beard is just like silk. It's lovely. It's really, really good. So yeah, of everything they do, the scents are good. The one thing bad I says that the alcohol that's in there. A lot of people don't like alcohol in the skins, it dries it out. But the best thing about them is the consistency of the products, and it's incredible. Really, really good. Super impressed.
The thing is with them, and sort of a lot of the oils, with not just them, sort of other companies who use a thin oil. If you've got a thick beard, and you're one of these blokes who is lucky enough to have a thick beard, it doesn't necessarily get into the skin.
Yeah.
And this is what we're finding. It's trying to find that balance between having a really thick oil, which is great, and it gets into your skin, but then kind of feels almost sometimes a little bit too heavy from what it should be, and then sort of having a thin oil, which is great and makes your beard feel really, really nice and soft, but doesn't actually get down to the skin and doesn't really nourish the skin. It's really weird because I mean I'm reviewing one at the moment, to the Grow Curse, and it's the exact same. It's a really thin oil and it's really nice, but it's a different sensation than having a thick oil. It's really weird to explain.
I agree.
I mean this is something which me and Andy and Sean were talking about in our group chat, having the different thickness in oils.
Yeah.
Like I mean, with regard to yours, John, obviously I've not had a chance to get my hands on your oils yet. But what's yours? Are yours?
So
do you like firm thick or?
Ours are like a sort of medium. You know, whenever I first was making them, they were thin, and it's not what you wanted because it was like running off the beard. You know, and obviously, as you said, Dan, you want to be getting the more important skin underneath. You know what I mean? So I played a bit with the carrier oils. So in ours, there's three carrier oils: grapeseed oil, golden jojoba, and organic castor. And the castor just levels it up. You know, the consistency of it, and the wonders it does for the skin. Not to mention the beard itself. Castor is, as I say, it levels them up. And I noticed a couple of other companies. I think actually, Bigfoot Beard Company in Wales. I think they use castor.
Soft Paws does as well.
One thing to try out, mate. One thing to try out that I was really impressed with that uses castor is the Bald Viking. This is the thickest oil I've ever used. Guy called Callum. He is actually the Metropolitan Police. He's in a police station right next to where I used to live, and he's a really cool guy. I'd say order some of his stuff and just try it out because it's pretty much mostly castor. It's so thick, and when I first used it, I was like, "This is just I don't like it." Well, actually, before I used it, I put it on my hand. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" But I put it on my beard, and holy crap! You'd think like a thick oil would just sit on your beard, but because it's castor, it just absorbs your beard drinks that up, and your skin drinks it up, and it's so good for you. I probably use that like 2 or 3 times a week just to really nourish my beard. It's a great product, man. I definitely try them out to see what it's like. Because it does have other oils in it. It doesn't actually say on the bottle. I'll put it up, but it's the main component. I'd say it's probably about 80% castor oil. It is phenomenal. Really, really good stuff.
Must be super, super thick. Do you find it gloopy at all? No.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought so when for this one, when you put it on, even when you squeeze it from the bottle, so you squeeze it and look how long, but it takes a while to suck it up the tube. It's so thick, and it looks gloopy. It's like almost like a syrup, coming out. But and that's what my first initial thoughts before I put it on my beard was like, holy shit, I'm going to look like a greasy man for the rest of the day. but it doesn't. It soaks in super quick, and I like it. I really like it. I didn't expect I would. I put it on, and I was like, wow, I'm impressed, very impressed. But yeah, he's doing a good job over there.
So we had that conversation yesterday. We had that conversation yesterday, didn't we, about the oils, John? And I think in terms of what you've done, the thickness of it, I mean, it sounds like you've played about with it over a period of time. But I think you found a good balance of the three now. That because I'm not a fan. I mean, for me, I think that would probably be a bit too thick for my liking. The Bold Viking, but I think with what you've managed to put together so far, it seems to be a happy medium.
It's
of all the oils.
Same again of getting the consistency right. You know, and a big thing for me was one comment I had from another guy before I started officially before I started using the caster was greasiness. I was like, fuck, no way, I'm not having that. You know, this is like day 2 of me starting to ever start make beard oils. You know, a year ago, fuck, you don't want to have greasy beard oil. You know, it's terrible. So when I was like, right, back to the drawing board. That's fucking, you know, let's look at this non-greasy, good consistency, soaks into the skin underneath, and it makes your beard feel soft. As well, I've been obviously my balms and stuff are going through the CPSR, but I'm using them every day, and see the balms mixed with the oils. Fuck, my beard feels unreal, man. You know, soft, real soft. I think balm levels it up again as well. Would you agree with softness coming from balm use?
Yeah, definitely, man. 100%. I think the oil's more for your skin, the balm's more for your beard. We'll get onto this in a minute. I did my first episode of Beard Things of the day. Yeah. And the one rule I go back to, the one thing I'd always say is skin is king. If you take care of your skin, your beard will take care of itself. Yeah. And obviously, if you're going to use any product, it has to be a beard oil. But if you use a beard oil and a beard balm, it's going to do amazing things for you.
See, I'm going to argue with you, actually. I love a beard butter. I really do.
I haven't used it, so I can't comment.
And to be honest, actually, you know what? The Bearded Dane has actually put in the comments as well. Where is it? He suggested for John to do a special butter.
It might as well be a butter, and that's probably the reason why I like this so much, is because I haven't used the butter yet. And maybe this Balbo stuff is a cross between a balm and a butter, because the one negative thing the other thing I need to say about my review is that it doesn't have a long hold, probably because it's so soft. So this is probably like a bit of a cross between a balm and a butter.
I see a butter as a cross between the two. I mean, I use now quite regularly. I use Drummer's Call butter, and I use that on a night time because he markets it as like a leave-in conditioner almost. It's more like one to be done overnight, and that doesn't have hold to it. Obviously, that's designed just to soak into the beard. I think the balms should have maybe like a medium hold. I'm not too keen on it when it's got like a hard hold. You're going into more like a wax then, but I think a balm's got to have a degree of hold. But for me, I'd rather it make my beard softer than it be like a wax where it's holding it in place as such. I'd rather just have the nourishment from it in that respect.
Is that Drummer's Call butter? Is it whipped?
Yes.
Yeah. The whipped butter.
So it's interesting to see. Yeah, it's interesting to see. I mean, I've spoke to him recently. Actually, he's waiting on some new ingredients. I think he's changing his up a little bit. He's been waiting like 3 weeks for his ingredients to come.
What do you guys?
Quickly, guys, just one thing. What we're going to talk about in a second is we're going to go on to talk about what we have coming up next week, because obviously we're almost over an hour in now. We've got a bit of an agenda through. I'm going to quickly talk about what's coming up next week. We've got Rune Silk and some more from Big Fat Beard, and I'm going to hand over because that Guinness is catching up with me and I'm busting through pee. So I'm going to hand over to you guys to talk about Rune Silk, which is what Mr. Gary Hamilton has just spoke about. Rune Silk for me is another one of the top go-to. Leaves my beard feeling really soft. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys to talk about what's coming up next week. That Guinness news makes me think of this.
John, you know, you were saying earlier about how us as a page are sort of really well done and we're ahead of the curve and we're very professional. See, that's
we
me
need
and
toilet
Sean.
breaks still.
Yeah, that's me.
fuck.
So me and Sean do the professional side of things.
Yes.
And then honestly, we have in our group chat, right? You have Sean who kind of loves to bite at people, right? You have Andy who is very sort of, yeah, I'm going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. He's like, so he doesn't know what he's doing.
Passive aggressive.
Yeah, he's very passive aggressive. And then there's supposedly me who's supposed to be like, no, stop doing that. We should do things properly.
He's the voice of reason.
I'm supposed to be the voice of reason. And all of a sudden, when we're all here together, you just can't control Andy. And he's like, fuck it, I'm gone. See you later.
Hello.
Andy's a law unto himself at this stage.
Yeah, he's the one.
Yeah. But all right, no, we're jumping to Rune Silk. So obviously, Rune Silk is one which we are. So we're looking at doing next week. So Andy's going to be reviewing that. So it's great the fact that he's not here to be able to talk about the product.
Yes.
So yeah, he's going to be reviewing it. But we have a giveaway for them, which is going to be due as well. So once we sort of get that underway, then we're going to be doing the giveaway, which once again will be announced next week on the podcast. But also next week, what we're going to be putting out is the Big Fat Beard oils as well. So obviously we're going to tie in what we've done this week with your website, which went live on the 1st of July. We've got you onto the podcast today, and then we're pushing the Big Fat Beard oils for next week, which hopefully, as far as I'm aware, we possibly could be the first review page to be able to push anything out. I know there's a couple of reviewers out there who've got their hands on it. I believe. Welcome back, Andy.
You guys get me jealous now. That felt so good.
It's fine. So I believe Rusty Reviews also has the Big Fat Beard oils, and it has a bearded Dane.
Well, you guys are the only ones who actually have them at the minute. Rusty's is currently in transit. Bearded Danes are being posted next week. So they got 2 oils each, where you guys got the full 4. You know, so
perks of having an ambassador.
Well, that's it.
It pays.
Okay.
While we're on the subject to the Bearded Dane, the Bearded Dane, sound guy from Denmark, has been on his podcast a couple of times, and we've had a good few Fridays chatting. He's just said the whip butters are cool, and very importantly, when you whip it, when you do that kind of stuff, as a producer, it saves you money because it heightens your GP. Because it adds the air into it, good stuff. But the Bearded Dane is a guy who really knows his shit when it comes to beard products. Really good knowledge, and I think it's awesome that you've actually linked up with him and you're sending over his because it will kind of help your brand grow internationally in Europe because he's got loads of followers from Denmark, from Scandinavia, but yeah, he started like us from the beard struggle, and he went off and did his own thing. We did our own thing. And now we're linking up and doing more. So yeah, shout out to the Bearded Dane. And also another quick shout out to the Ginger Beast, who I think is watching us. Another guy does reviews. Follow him on Instagram. Brand new to it, just like us. He got some really cool reviews. And you know what? He seems like an absolutely lovely guy. I love his reviews. He's just one of the happiest guys I've ever seen.
He is. He's just happy on life.
He's the happiest man. When he gets so excited, like his product opening, like his unpackaging stuff, you can see the excitement in his face.
It's like a kid at Christmas.
And it's so cool to see that enthusiasm from other reviewers. It's brilliant. So big shout out to him.
Brilliant.
Yes.
What's his Instagram?
Ginger Beast Beard or Ginger Beard Beast Reviews.
Let me pull that up, Jamie. Here we go.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of my daughter when I do an unboxing video with her.
Here he is.
My daughter's there, and sort of she's sort of all happy, and and he's the exact same. He's literally, you can see him as he. He
loves this industry, man. He loves it. It's so cool to see someone else who's enthusiastic like we are, that just loves what he's doing. And
big video. Do a snippet of his video if you can, just to show that enthusiasm when it first comes out.
Do the Odin's one. No, go back. Do the Odin.
I can't get the sound on, I don't think.
He looks happy.
he does look happy.
Ooh. Brilliant. That's class. That's what
he loves it. So big shout out. So guys, give him a follow. Ginger Beast Beard Reviews on Instagram. Really cool guy. I think I'd actually like. I'd love to get him on here to do a little podcast with us at some point. He's reviewed a lot of products that we have reviewed and also ones we haven't. So it'd be really cool to see his ideas and what he's up to. But yeah,
he's got his own brand, hasn't it? The way he's doing it, the way he's sort of presenting himself.
It's natural. It's natural as hell. Super natural.
Yeah, and it's nice to see that. Like I said, there are a lot of review pages out there, and sort of because we are one of them. We're sort of, as you said, one of these, another review page, and sort of the way we pride ourselves, we want to be a little bit different than everyone else. So obviously we joined up with the CPSR and the 14 Media, and doing other bits and pieces, and the podcasts. I'm not sure I know of any UK beard review page which does a podcast. I think there's a couple of Americans which do it.
Yeah,
but they love a podcast. So for us, it's sort of it's our unique way of doing it. And him, he has his unique way, and this super happy. You know, he actually reminds me of Sean and Andy probably won't know because they haven't got kids, but there was a YouTube reviewer called Stampy Cat, and my kids, John knows, and he had this annoying high pitched voice, which for some reason everyone fucking loved. Like my kids were just glued to like YouTube watching this, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'll come along and I'll be watching it for about 2 minutes. I'm thinking, what's the attraction? 20 minutes later, I'm still watching him because I don't know what the attraction is. But for some reason, it's the voice, and it's the same as the Ginger Beast. It's just his voice and his happiness, which he has whenever he does anything. It's his unique. It's his unique way, and I love.
It reminds me of when I was a kid, and it was Christmas morning. Yeah, it's like it's Christmas Day every day in the house of the Ginger Beast. New shit.
Christmas Day every day.
Not shagging out.
Talking of beard mail, then. So, is it at this point then that we bring out the hopefully international mascot?
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah, we're going for that.
Yes.
So if Gary's still watching, Gary, he better be. Gary, Gary gave us the honor of, or we gave Gary the honor, depends on which way you look at it, of naming our new mascot, which was pretty good name, to be fair. As soon as we saw it, it was like, it's got to be that one. It's Barack Oil Barmer, which I thought was incredible. But this is
the beard on him too.
There he is.
Hey,
he's more like a fox, which I realised, but bearded.
Fox.
He looks kind of like a fox, but he's obviously a teddy bear that's got a beard on it, so we'll go with bearded bear.
Sean, I reckon if you put some botanic nectar on him, his beard will be softer by tomorrow.
Yes, that's a good idea. That is a cracking idea. He's got the colouring of a fox as well, but
that's quality, man. I love that idea. You're talking about sending a book or whatever with it too, yeah?
Yes.
The Gentleman's Notebook.
So as I've established with Dan when I received it, Dan's wife. Dan's wife. I don't know if you can see it. Dan's wife. Lovely writing. I'm sure you would both agree.
Revews child.
Her writing's the same as mine. I had the same writing as that, but not quite as me.
lovely writing by all accounts. And then I was like, oh, that was a really good read. And then I turned to the next page that Dan had written himself, and
holy fuck.
I'll be honest, I thought one of his kids had written it for him.
Google Translate, please. Google Translate.
I type everything.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so we're sending that round.
So who is he? What does he do? What's he all about?
So he is our mascot, and we are sending that book to go around with him. And I think, what did we put in it, Dan? I think we said we're going to put our names, location, Instagram handle, and a product or two that sort of go
his
to.
book is like a passport, isn't it? It's like a
kind
passport.
of.
Every new company he goes to, he gets a little note, a little stamp in there. Does that get stamp? And
or a sticker.
Yeah, we're going to share him all over.
So I'm going to post him over to Andy next. Andy, then I assume, is posting over to Gary. Because we said we give him first dibs on it, essentially, for naming him. And then it would make sense, I would assume, to post it to yourself, John.
Yep.
So
basically, he's a little bearded whore.
Pretty much.
Bearded bear whore reviews.
We're pimping him out. He's getting pimped out for the foreseeable future.
You know what? It'll be interesting to see how far he actually travels.
Yes. Thank you. So somebody else thought it was a fox as well.
No,
yeah,
I'm not having this.
Adriana thought it was a fox.
No. Hey, AJ, you're wrong. It can come to you
fox.
soon, and you'll see it.
But yeah, he's actually a talking bear as well.
Oh.
I don't know what it's from. It's Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty.
So yeah, he's a talking fox bear thing.
Sweet.
But yeah, the idea behind the book, when we agreed on it, was that it would essentially, the more people that we posted it out to, the more people then that was taking pictures of him and putting it on Instagram, using the hashtag to go with it. And we were kind of hoping that everybody that had the bear before you, you would sort of follow. So if you're not already following the people, Gary saves on postage by doing it that way. He's a teddy bear, so we'll go with that, Dan.
So it's going from Andy to Gary.
Yes.
Gary, just let us know if it arrives with a hole in the bottom of it, mate. We'll know what Andy's been up.
That's Andy's fleshlight. That's why.
Bearded fox reviews fleshlight.
Yes, but we are also, because we did have this question, or we did have this thought process. Shotgun first. Yeah. We also had the thought process that we wanted to play safe as well. Obviously, posting this out to loads of different people. So we stick a hand sanitizer in as well, just in case anybody wants to play on the safe side. But yeah, I think it's just something a little bit different. When we agreed on it, it was like we don't know anybody that's done anything like that. It's a bit of fun. It just gets the interaction going a little bit. And when you read through the book as well, you can see what people's go-to products are as well.
Be nice to see all the varieties of brands,
Yes.
It's a brilliant idea, guys. Again, you're breaking the mold. No one else has done it.
That's all it is when there's, and I imagine it's the same for yourself. When there's so many people doing what you're doing, you've got to find ways to break the mold, to be a bit quirky, be a bit different, and seems to be working for us, and obviously it seems to be working for you as well. So it's just finding ways, because obviously everything's got to keep moving forward. If we sit back now, somebody will appear and sort of take over in that sense. So yeah, we've just got to stay quite active and stuff like that.
I was watching just off topic. I was about rare products, if you will. I was watching. Do you ever hear of Greg Rosinski?
Tennis?
No, the guy who I think he owns Beard Brand in America, in the States. No, I was watching a video on him, and after he had washed his beard, he was using a sea salt spray. Andy, sea salt spray. Any experience with?
You know what? I've heard that they're good, but if you look into the science of it, it's actually not good.
Oh.
But at the same time, my beard doesn't feel. When I go on holiday, like I lived in London for the last 8 years, but my entire life I've lived by the sea. I honestly believe that sun and sea salt are the best two things for your skin in the world. Nothing can beat that. So when I saw these sea salt things for your beard, I was like, oh yeah, brilliant, amazing. But if you actually look into it, it actually doesn't help you. Well, the science says it doesn't help it, but the actual fact of the matter, I find that when I have sea salt on my beard, it's fucking brilliant for it. So I would say, hell yeah, do it. When I go on holiday, I take before I come back, I go to the beach on the last day and get a bottle of water, fill it up with like a load of sand from the beach and some salt water from the sea, and I take it home with me and I use it for the next few days. It just helps your skin and everything.
Oh really?
Yeah, I do that all the time. I think it's really good for you.
Like an exfoliator.
Yeah. You just like rub it on your skin with some sand and some sea salt, and it's natural. It's like pure natural. I think it's really good, especially when you got a bit of sunburn or tan starting to peel. I think it's really good for you. But the science behind it says the salt isn't good for your beard because it just sucks all the moisture out of it.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I used to fight in MMA, and to cut weight before a fight, I used to use Epsom salt baths. Yeah. And I'd get like, when you take an Epsom salt, you put a little bit into your bath. I used to put 3 bags of Epsom salts into a boiling hot bath to like suck the rest of the moisture out of my skin, because that's what it does. You sit in it. Number one, you sweat, but it like forces the sweat out of you. It takes all the moisture out of your skin. So the science behind it says no, it's not good. But the experience behind it for me is great. I really like it. Salt.
Yeah.
Skin, beard, whatever. I think it's great. So
then is it because it's natural rather than a manufactured?
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. I always go with natural rather than manufactured. I think there's a reason for that. I think natural shit works better, which is why I always look for companies that just have the least amount of ingredients possible. You don't blend it too much. I think you want that kind of natural feeling on you. But yeah, I'm all for salt spray or salt beard thing or salt and stuff. I'm all for it. I'm sold.
I think he was using it for the odd volume when he was styling. I think.
Oh yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah.
Different.
That makes sense.
Everybody else, like, to be fair, but it definitely did look different. And on that, I was chatting to one of our followers, and he was actually making himself. Now he's not a brand. He doesn't have a beard oil company or anything. he doesn't have a company or anything, but him and his wife were actually making a mustache clay.
Are these guys talking about hand sanitizer is lube? Don't. Gary, I use it on my hair. It's brilliant. Hand sanitizer, really?
No, lube.
Lube. I was going to say Gary will be using the lube as a lead-in.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Who are these deviants that follow our podcast? Jesus. Sorry, carry on, John.
Bloody weirdos.
Yeah. So I was speaking to one of my followers there, and I was just saying he doesn't have a beard care brand or anything like that, but he was just chatting to me about like his mustache, and him and his wife are actually making a mustache clay.
Okay.
Clay.
Yeah, a clay. And I think he was looking down the route of a natural volcanic clay, which sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Just that name, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Volcanic
clay.
Now,
volcanic, cool. Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I was, since he said it, I was researching it myself, and it's very doable. So expect to see that in the pipeline as well.
Mustache volcanic clay. You'll tell us anything, Gary.
Actually, William just asked the question that we were asked the other day. Actually, I think I answered it.
We asked it last week.
Yeah.
In fact, you asked it, John. I think, didn't you?
Actually, John, you asked it, didn't you?
It was
Yeah. I actually answered this question in my most recent. When I say most recent, I mean my first episode of Beard Tings on YouTube. Follow at Beard Tings on YouTube. Plugin. When you buy an oil, make sure it doesn't have a spray, it doesn't have a drop thing. Make sure it's got one of these things, because putting on a beard oil is a two-step process. Step number one, fill it up, stick it down to the base of the skin. Step number two, put that fix on your hand, and then you rub that in. Reason why is because you get it in your beard and also on your skin, in and around your mouth. That's what she said. Make sure it is a dropper. Yes. Well done.
And then
comb it in.
And comb it through.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
I tell you, I actually I had a question from my nephew. He sent me a message, and he actually said to me, "Where can he get the Bearded Bear Reviews merchandise?"
Yeah,
he wants
I've
to
had
get
questions as well. I've had that as well.
Yeah. So for us, I can't answer that. Andy can't answer that. So that's going to have to be directed.
I can. Guys, coming soon. BeardedBearReviews.com. It's not made yet, but it will be made. And if it's not, it's going to be a different one. We're going to tell you what it is. It's ready to go. It's going to happen. Sean, take over.
Oh.
Let's just hope nobody at this point listening decides to buy the domain for and try and ransom it back to us. But yes, so merchandise, and John knows about it as well because I've put him in touch with the company that did this for us. But we have tested the waters with it a little bit with a beanie, which I know that John is also talking about doing as well. We've done some hoodies, which I've been let down by the team because I thought we'd all be wearing it, but you know.
Mine's in the wash.
Having to,
come on, I was yesterday.
Gives us any excuse.
Andy's wearing his girl's shirt.
It's tight fitting, makes him look better. That's why.
Camden Town Brewery.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, what I'd say to him is, I suppose it's the similar thought process to yourself, John. But it's one of those where you don't want to buy them in and them sit there. You'd rather them be made once the orders have come in. So I think if we were going to do something like that, I think if we could get a few people wanted them, then yeah, I'd have no issues in people getting them.
That's what I found. The merchandise.
Just a quick note, we also make these hats in extra large for people like me.
Extra large. Call them the Neanderthal size.
And like just to call Andy out now. See, so this is on nice and tight.
Look at that. Look at
that. That is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. Like, Andy, God love whoever's fighting you when you see the
Hey, you think this head's good?
Oh, we'll find out once Gary receives Barrickle, the mascot.
See how much stuffing's been taken out of it. But yes, going back to it, if people want hoodies, snapbacks, beanies, whatever, then obviously we've teamed up with 14 Media Group who look after that sort of thing for us. Which, like I say, we pointed John in their direction to test the waters as well. So yeah, we'd have no issues in ordering stuff. But I think we'd probably want a couple if people wanted them. Yeah, we'll make them, but we'd want the orders as such to come through. It's not really something that I don't think we've thought about. Yeah.
What I found, obviously on my website, I'm offering the mystery box, which is not a subscription, but it changes monthly. Now, what I found was with the majority of people who own these merchandising companies have a longer turnaround. So you're talking somewhere between 1 and 2 working weeks.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to be buying t-shirts, hats, hoodies in bulk made, yeah. And it's, as you say, if you're looking to hold in stock, hats not so much, which is okay, but t-shirts, you're going to range from small to triple XL. You physically can't accommodate to everyone unless you've got a bank behind you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just a point I wanted to raise with you. If you're saying about holding stock, you're better getting an interest list, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's something we'll probably look at putting out on the page then in the near future. Seeing if anybody wants something and what they want, and then if we've got a list that we can go back to a company like 14 Media Group with and say, look, this is what we need, sort of thing, and sort of take it from there, really. But if there's a general consensus for it, yeah.
I think we're pretty safe in ordering hoodies all in the same. I mean, what are we ordering then? Large or medium?
Large.
Yeah, large. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all very different sizes, but they fit us all perfectly. I mean, yeah,
they're not a tight fitting one. These are quite a comfortable fit as well. So
yeah.
I think large would probably cover most people.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot and I'm not skinny, and it fits me perfectly.
Same.
And yeah. But
yeah, like I say, I think if we can get a consensus for it, I think it might be something we look at, but it wouldn't happen very often. I don't think there'll be not as much of a demand compared to the likes of John at this stage. But
yeah,
if people want it, then we're not going to say no to them at this stage.
Yeah.
No, well, there's actually a message on the YouTube, and it's from the New Era, and they've actually said stickers, which is something we are looking into.
We have been speaking about.
We was speaking to 14 Media 2 days ago.
A couple of days ago. Yeah, a couple of days ago.
That must have been one of those 9 a.m. conversations, because I don't remember that.
Yeah. Me and John were having this conversation with 14 Media.
Yes. And Andy was there in body, not in spirit.
Yeah.
Well done. We've got you, bro. We're going to get it in triple XL. Yeah, buddy.
But obviously, apart from the merchandise and the other bits and pieces which we was looking into, Andy, you've been blessed with another Odin scent recently, haven't you?
I really have. So Darren over at Odin's, really, really good guy, as we were speaking about earlier, another one-man band. He's already got 8 scents. He's just brought out a new one. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You know, the big fucking volcano giant fire dude at the start, he's small, but then at the end of it, comes and just fucks up Asgard. He's done his next scent after him, and it's called Surtur. And it looks like a devil. It's really cool. But it's
quite a hot one, that, isn't it? In smell, at least. Quite a hot one in smell, isn't it? Is it cinnamon?
Yeah, it's spicy. It's like so with Odin's. One of the things about Odin's is they have the most powerful scents of any company I've used. And there's a lot of scents that are like strong, weak, medium, but then there's like another level above that, which is in your fucking face. This stuff is so powerful. I'd love to watch the man work and see how much of the essential oils he puts in it, because it's so strong. It's amazing stuff. Let me pull it up actually. So yeah, this product is that good. He released 100 units, and within 24 hours he sold out of all of them. He sold out of everything in the first 24 hours, and then he had to wait a little while and get it made again. But here we go. But now it's back on the shelves. Go on to ownersbeardcare.co.uk, and it's ready to go. It's really, really bloody nice stuff. Darren sent it out to a load of different reviewers. So if you look at the main kind of, I know that the Ginger Beast has got his as well. If you have a little look around, it is everywhere at the moment. It's just a really good scent, strong as hell. So, let me have a look at the scent profile quickly. They've got a pretty cool website as well, actually. The Modern Viking. Very good idea, I must say.
Brand ambassador.
So it's vanilla, patchouli, lavender, vetiver, petit grain, I think it's a Francais word, petit grain, citronella and cinnamon. So that's
a lot of stuff in that.
Yeah, spicy and sweet. But the lavender as well. I didn't actually. You notice the lavender is like as John, what you were talking about earlier about like a primary, secondary, and like final scent coming through, I would say that with this, the patchouli, cinnamon, and vetiver is the first one.
Yeah.
Then the vanilla and the coffee grain, and then the end one is the lavender. The lavender is the one that smells, the kind of stays on but the longest. But yeah, amazing products. I'm really impressed with that. And the good thing about having a product that not only smells great, but I think what Odin's does the best, and this is not a knock to the products because their products are amazing, but I think what they do the best is their branding is so fucking cool, man. It's so cool. Darren's really nailed his branding. Like he's got 8 of every single one's named after a different Viking, like a Norse mythological creature or god or character, and it just all looks so cool, and it's super unique. He's got an artist he uses, and he will send over like one day, I want to make this new thing, sort of sends it over to them. Within 2 days, they've come back with some sick artwork like that. I'm going to make sure I ask Darren next time who the person he is that does the artwork, because they deserve a shout out because it's fucking awesome. But yeah, little shout out to Odin's Beard Co. If you want to order their stuff, use TINGS10 to get 10% off over at odinsbeardcare.co.uk. There you go. Plug done. There you go.
And if you'd like any of John's stuff for Big Fat Beard, you can use Trinity 10 to get 10% off as well. So.
But if you want to order from the Beer Struggle, use, even though it's me that's selling you it,
15.
use Sean's discount code. You can take my money for ordering his stuff.
Biggest sale that I had, that one as well, I think it was, to be fair.
No, it fucking was. Listen, I deserve a few pints from you, mate.
I tell you what,
I've got one here. I've got a can for you. It might be empty, but I can send you that up in the post if you want. Talking of unique as well, I don't know if Dan was just going to mention it, but we were speaking to Hinterlands.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, the branding and stuff, Hinterlands, we've been dealing with at the moment, and they're onto something which is absolutely amazing to me. So we've been helping them out with their sort of website design at this point in time, sort of just giving them sort of general tips on sort of as it's scrolling through what it looks like, making sure there are certain things visible at all times, and just sort of general usage tips. And one thing which they're doing, what they're going through, is something called their One Tree Planted program. And basically, for every oil which you buy off of them, they're sort of donating, and they're going to have one tree planted, which is. Their website's not live yet because they're sort of still going through it, which is sort of what we're helping out with. But yeah, so basically, like I said, every oil you buy, they go through this program and they will plant a tree, which in comparison to sort of what you look at this point in time, I mean, you've got the Amazon rainforest, which loses, if I remember right, it's 200,000 acres per day, which is being burnt. It works out sort of 150 acres per minute, something stupid like that, which the amount of destruction which is going on, just to be able to help out. And I know it's only one tree sort of per oil which is purchased, but that's a lot long term. And it's a program which for us is really, really good. We love companies who do this type of stuff. We love companies who invest back into the community. We love companies who invest sort of in themselves and the way they brand themselves, like Soft Pause with their cornstarch filler, Hinterlands with their sort of One Tree Planted, and sort of we love stuff like this, and it's something which we really, really enjoy. So Hinterland, we've been helping them, and that's something which we are going to catch up on very, very, very soon. They're going to have a big piece from us, which is just they're just phenomenal to think that people can do stuff like this. But to be honest, we've been working with a couple of companies over the last couple of weeks. So we've been Hinterlands. I've been doing Barnet Fair Essentials as well. They've got a beard soap which they're producing at this point in time. So I was their guinea pig to be able to get that in and have a feel of that. That was really, really good. It lathes up really well. It's a shampoo, so it obviously lathes up really, really well. a lot different than a soap. So it's really, really nice. We've also been working with is it Dalston Beard?
Dalston Beard Co.
Dalston Beard Co. So Sean's been working with them. So I'll let Sean talk about that one.
Essentially, what they're doing is they are very early stages at the moment. They've sent some samples of scents out. They've not given any idea of what the name of the scent is or just anything other than the actual smell. So they're not wanting us to do anything apart from grades the 6 scents that they've sent out in terms of most liked to down to the least liked. So there's not much else really other than that at the moment. We don't know what the carrier oils are, what the essential oils are. This is just a little bit of a feedback program at the moment, I think.
It's something which we seem to be doing quite a bit at this point in time. There's quite a few companies which are coming to us and just saying, look, can we have a bit of help? We actually got a message from another review page which is starting up, and they said to us, look, any chance you can give us some help, give us some tips? We're not against other review pages. If anything, we love it. We love a bit of competition. We love a bit of fun. And then we've already plugged a couple of other reviewers today, actually.
I love it. I think for me, I just love this community that I've discovered since COVID-19 happened. I fucking love it. And I'm not in it for, I mean, yeah, of course I'm in it for us to grow. I want us to do good, but I'm in it for the whole community. I think we all are. I love the fact that we've come in contact with other reviewers that have a passion, like a real fucking passion, like we do for what we do. And it's just, I feed off other people's energy. And when I see other people having energy and then like motivation to do what we do, I love it. So like the more we can plug other companies, the better. A lot of other companies like beard review pages like want to keep it to themselves and be really kind of like certain ones we know who we're talking about. But we just embrace everyone. If you're a cool guy, you want to review shit, we're going to plug you, we're going to shout you out because you're doing what we're doing, you're doing what we love. And I think that's at the end of the day. That's what matters.
Exactly. And that's the whole idea of it. So for us, if there are any companies, any review pages, early stages, late stages, you want to get in contact, ping us a message and we'll help you out any way we can. Like I said, we're the only page which can do the CPSR. We can do your websites. We can do absolutely anything. And if we don't know how to do it, we'll figure out a way how to be able to do it.
Exactly.
And that's us. But yeah, so like I said, we've moved on. We've done all that type of stuff, and push from there. So should we? Well, to be honest, with the companies which we have been reviewing, we've been doing giveaways as well. So should we start shouting out about the giveaways we've got at this point in time? So we've got 2 giveaways being announced today. We've got Balbo and obviously John with his big fat beard. So should we do Balbo first?
We'll do Balbo first.
John can have the limelight. So this
I was lucky enough to
one earlier, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, go.
I was saying the winner we picked earlier off air. Andy has it written down. Andy knows the winner. So Andy, go on and go for it, mate.
So yeah, I was lucky enough to be given the Balbo stuff to review, and as I said earlier, I really like it. Rianne over at Balbo's Beard Care, big shout out to her. She's doing a fucking awesome job, and also a very, very lovely woman. Family lady, smashing it, doing so good. So I chose the winner by random, just banged them all in Excel spreadsheet. Just press select random one, and it came up. And William Hercules Morgan is the lucky winner of Balbo Sandalwood Soap, Balbo's Heart Candy Beard Oil, and also Balbo's Beard Balm scented with orange lang lang and cinnamon. I've been using this stuff for like 2 weeks and it's fucking awesome. He's a lucky man to be getting it. I'm very lucky as well because their oil's 30 mils, but their balm is 60 mils. It's a big old pot of balm. That's going to last a while. And the soap, I've been using it every day and I can't see anything that's actually moved from it. It still looks the same size. So it's going to last me a long time. So well done, William. I'm going to send it over to you, bro. Make sure you give a post on Instagram, shout them out. And yeah, thank you, Bo. Thanks for entering. Everyone else who didn't win, make sure you keep entering our giveaways. The more you enter, the more chance you have of winning.
And then on to the big one.
It is. So John will leave
something he prepared earlier.
Yeah. In a lovely trucker hat.
Nice, easy plug there as well.
So all the names are in here. Obviously, just have to give them a wee mix.
Is our names in there?
Yes.
I'm up. Yes.
There we go. Well done, watching.
I thought you said, John, didn't you say I win this one? I'm sure you said
that. You win this one. We'll just scrap this now.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll put that back. Done. Thanks.
So what I was actually going to do, so we obviously have the big giveaway. Obviously, everyone's been taking part in. We've had an absolutely amazing response. I want to thank all the guys for sharing it, commenting on it, liking the pages. You guys sharing it's been absolutely fantastic. In it, you're getting the Big Fat Beard Monster Brush, the comb, a choice of any of our 4 oils, the black soap, and one of our logo T-shirts. So what I also want to do, and I don't think I actually told any of you guys this yet. I'm going to pull 2 names out of the hat. The first name is getting the big giveaway, and we've just ordered a rake of our Big Fat Beard beanies today.
Yes.
So we're going to do a giveaway for that as well. While we're here, we may as well. Why not?
That one would look real nice going with this one.
So the first name of the hat is for the big giveaway. You'll never guess.
It's the wee bearded man, innit? Belfast bearded man.
The bearded Dane.
The bearded Dane. Yes.
Nice.
So he gets
the bearded Dane. Love it.
He gets the big one.
Nice. He's gonna have a right package sent to him.
He's a lovely one, isn't
it? And then we're going to do this is just for the beanie. Then now the beanie isn't due for about another week or so because they're currently being embroidered. But it's, there we go. Here we go. No, it's
upside down.
Is that?
Tattooed bearded veteran.
Tattooed bearded veteran. Nice.
Well done, guys. So Bearded Dane for the big giveaway, the massive one. We'll have that posted on Monday for you. And the where are we? Tattooed bearded veteran. As soon as we receive our Big Fat Beard beanies, we'll fire you one over as well, bro.
Perfect.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Awesome, guys.
Just
one quick one. I think I mentioned it briefly earlier. What I'm working on right now is I am starting a YouTube series, and my aim is to do one every week. One is to help the bearded community, a lot of newcomers to growing a beard, because I've grown a beard for 7 years. John's 13 years.
Give or take, yeah.
How long have you grown a beard?
Probably about 13, roughly, maybe, yeah. Easy.
Nice. Dan, how long have you been growing a beard, Dan?
Seriously, over the last 4 years, but always stubble for the last 12, 13, something like that.
Sean,
Same.
how long have you been growing a beard?
3-4 years that it started to pay attention to it.
So we've all got experience in growing a beard. It takes so a funny thing is, so I put out a video saying I'm gonna make a video and it's gonna be called So You Want to Grow a Beard. My cousin had a fucking brilliant response. In fact, I think I'm gonna play it because it's so good. He's a sarcastic little bastard. Anyway, I can't find it. So he goes, a beginner's guide to growing a beard. Don't shave. And that was it. It was like, you're a dick. But, so I did my first episode, beard things. It was called So You Want to Grow a Beard. And I wanted to make a beginner's guide to growing a beard. It's taking you from step 1, step 2, step 3. I put it into 3 phases. So 1 is the stubble phase. Number 2 is the twilight zone, when you're not stubble, you're not long, you're just in the middle, and everything's fucking itching and horrible. And that horrible phase you'll get through where your beard look crap. And then to the final stage, oh God, it's good, getting long. Now I need to take care of it and trim it. So I made like a 20-minute video. I've never done a video before, and my video editing skills are obviously, well, they're getting better, but they're quite crap. But it's a video series to help the bearded community grow, because apparently the new having a beard is not having a beard. It's more popular to have a beard these days than to not have a beard. So I want to just kind of help the bearded community grow. And every week I'm going to do a different video. And I want you guys and everyone else watching to help me with the idea of content we're going to do for the next week. So I've just done the first one. Please check it out on Beard Ting's YouTube channel. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to plug the shit out of this right now. Here you go.
Like never gets any other opportunity to.
YouTube channel. Beard Ting's episode 1. So you want to grow a beard. It's a 20-minute long video. Just going to bang on my little bit of, so you want to grow a beard, you don't need one of these. Here is your razor. Snap that shit.
That's quality.
Fuck it off. You don't need that stuff. So that's the first video. So the second video I'm going to do next week. And I want to get, well, you three guys, ideas on what you want me to do. I've got a couple of ideas, but every week I'm going to do a different one. So my second one, I'm either going to do what is a beard oil? How does a beard oil work? What does it consist of? Why should you use a beard oil? And then also things to look for when buying a beard oil as well. Or my second episode is going to be on how to trim and shape up your beard.
Yeah,
I've done it on like what to use, like a cutthroat razor, a trimmer, how to proportion it and how to like look at it, because that is a really hard one. And I think personally, I was going to do the beard oil one, but I think at the moment with COVID, only barbers starting to open up. I think maybe doing a beard trimming video might be a good one. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that'll be a good option.
Yeah,
definitely. I always find
with regards to the beard trimming, it is a fine art, and a lot of people won't even bother to sort of try it because it is very hard. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of videos out there, but there are certain things which you do. I mean, you do need someone else for. I mean, for me, I mostly do my own, simply because I had a barber who completely fucked my beard up.
I fucking hate that. I want to murder them and do that.
Yeah, he completely fucked it up. So mostly I do my own. I've got a different barber now who does touch-ups for me, but mostly I do it myself. But that's only because I've watched a load of YouTube videos on what to do properly. Because I did have the dreaded sort of from the neck, it come down really short and then it dropped down, and it was just the beard looks really hollow. And it didn't look thick, whereas now the way I've got it, it sort of drops nicely and is quite thick all the way through. But that's because I watched a load of YouTube videos, and for me, because of COVID, push for the trim. Go for the trim.
Definitely.
Cool. Sweet.
I'd say so.
Well, there we go, guys. Episode 2 of Beard Tings. Number 1 was so you want to grow a beard. Number 2 is going to be so you want to trim your beard. We'll do that. We'll maintain, or anyway, we'll think of the title. But cool, I'm happy with that. Next one will be on how to trim, maintain, and service your manhood around your face.
We'll see how long it takes for you to do it, because it took you longer than normal.
It took a while. It did take a while.
So as you do when you grow up trimming your beard, you looked at YouTube videos. I did the same for video editing. I looked at YouTube videos on how to edit for free. I didn't want to pay too much for my first one. So I downloaded the first one. I forgot what it was called. Some program. My computer kept crashing. I was getting, honestly, I don't get angry, but little.
We were getting angry voice notes.
I was going full Hulk. I was about to smash some shit. I was so pissed off. I wasted 3 days work filming, doing all this stuff, couldn't edit it. And then I downloaded a program, shout out to them because they're fucking amazing, called Shotcut. SHOTCUT. Free software, no watermark in it. If you want to do some video editing, use them, because it was the most easy, user-friendly thing I've ever used. I didn't even need to look at a video on how to use it. I started using it, and after 10 minutes, I figured it out myself. And I made a decent video for the first time. So shout out to Shotcut. I'm going to be doing episode 2, how to trim your beard, next week. Any questions on how to trim a beard, any ideas, any influence you need on how to trim your beard, ping me some messages, give me some inspiration of what to put in this video, and I'll make it good.
And if you download Shotcut, if you use the discount code of BeardTeams10,
I think they'll tell you to fuck off.
Get a week's free trial.
okay.
Oh, another one. Quickly, before we go, guys, I forgot about one last shout out I want to give.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
We did not.
There's an exclusive.
Here we go. 1 second. Oh. What's this?
Flash sale starts tomorrow.
Oh.
BBR 50. Change it to Trinity 10. It's fine.
Oh, fuck off.
We didn't even know about this one.
We didn't know about this either.
Love that.
Neither did we.
Hey, if that's the case, Dan, didn't you want the mystery box?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I'm back.
Get some mystery boxes ordered.
Tomorrow, get on to Big Fat Beard, 15% off. Use the discount code BBR15. Big Fat Beard, this is John. He has some amazing products. Get on him and BBR15, 15% off. Awesome, man. That's awesome you're doing that for us. Thank you very much. And look at those products. Fucking Sean, mate. Share some love, bro. You got my address. Send it over. What the fuck?
Well, I tell you what I will do. I'll send you the one that leaked all over my bed the other day, and I've got none of it left.
I feel like that's tactics of a different review page. They're giving the hand-me-downs, like beard butters, finger out.
Do you want a used? I'll send you a used one. I don't mind. Pre-loved is what we'll call it.
Nice. One more quick shout out. Family member of mine, Lauren. She works for a company called Fabrizio Mahora. We all, as guys, wear aftershave. It costs a fuckload. 100ml bottles, about 90 quid these days on high street brands. Here she is. I'm going to share my screen. Get onto her Instagram page. It's called scent_you_love_ by Lauren. They have literally hundreds of scents. Every single one of your high street brands that you wear, whether it's Calvin Klein, whether it's Armani, whether it's Grigio Paula, whatever the hell it is, Diesel, these guys do literally all of them. And a 50ml bottle is $14.99. Wow. How much does a 50ml bottle of aftershave cost you? 60 quid, 70 quid. Yeah. This stuff smells exactly as it is in real life. Cheap as fuck. Make sure you hit up Scents by Lauren and she will sort you the fuck out.
Any more plugs? Have you run out?
I've run out of plugs.
I don't know. The only plug left is the one in your bum.
Ooh. Well, after that, then just use BBR15 for John on Big Fat. But when that flash sale runs out, go back to using Trinity 10 for 10% off.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, man.
Anyway, guys, we have been going for over that's the longest podcast we've done so far. 2 hours and 2 minutes. So yeah, a big thank you and shout out to John for spending his time with us and giving a big shout out to his company. We all appreciate you, bro. Big help to us in our podcast, and we're so happy to give you a big shout out to the bearded community to start using your products because they are pretty fucking awesome products.
Thanks.
So
definitely.
No worries, man.
Get that flash sale code in your bio for 24 hours.
Absolutely, bro.
We'll get it posted up after this.
Definitely. All over our Insta, also in the comments underneath and the bio of this video, BBR15, Big Fat Beards website. Get on there, 15% off, guys. And from you guys, anything else, Docs or Sean?
No,
that's me. Good.
Amazing. So as we end every podcast, it is stay bearded, stay safe.
You cannot get
stay
this right.
Safe. For fuck's sake, stay safe, stay bearded. Safe, bearded.
That's exactly what I said. Are you deaf?
You said bearded and safe. You did not. You said bearded and safe.
Right, Andy, leave it here, guys. I'll tell you what, I'll do it. Right, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. Come on.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Stay bearded.
Stay bearded.
Peace out.
Peace out.
And fuck Dan Dots.